Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be looking at Monday Night Raw from October 14th, 2024. We kick off Raw with mommy Rhea Ripley. She comes out and she says she's not done with Liv Morgan or Raquel because it doesn't end till I get back what's mine, the Women's World Championship. Rhea then calls out Liv and Raquel, but instead it's Tiffy time on Monday night. Tiffy says, I'm here because I have a very important message from the WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax. Stay out of her business or you're going to have a big problem. Rhea says, Tiffy, I get it. You think it's Tiffy time on Monday night, but it's not. I don't have time for this. Either I get my hands on Liv or Raquel, or I'm going to welcome you back to Monday night the Rhea Ripley way. Then Liv and Raquel attack Tiffy and Rhea from behind. Liv hits Tiffy with the briefcase multiple times as Raquel and Liv stand tall. The first contest of the night is for the Women's Tag Team Champions as the champions Jade and Bianca defend against Damage Control's Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Jade and Sky start off the match with a lockup and Jade shoves her to the mat. Quick tags by both teams and Damage Control double drop kicks. Bianca, Kairi Sane goes to the top rope and hits a crossbody from the top onto Bianca on the outside of the floor. Oh my. We come back from commercial break and we see Bianca hitting a big spare. Then Bianca tags Jade. Jade comes in and goes for a power slam, but Kairi Sane reverses it into a sleeper. Jade escapes and hits Sane with a backbreaker. Jade then hits a powerbomb, but Sky makes the save after a 2 count. Some miscommunication between Jade and Bianca, and Sky hits a missile dropkick on Bianca. They end up fighting to the outside and Bianca and Jade get distracted by the team they beat Friday night. They turn around and Io Sky hits them with a moonsault. Sky turns around and eats a forearm from Lash Legend. Bianca suplexes Io back into the Sky and hits a KOD. 1, 2, 3. A big retain by Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Then we go to the back and we see Adam Pearce with the tag team champions. Finn's asks Pearce, when is my rematch with Damian Priest? Pearce says he doesn't care about that. He's setting up a tournament to crown #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Finn says, do you think we really care? And Pearce responds with, you better care, and walks away. Oh my. Then we see a meeting that took place last Saturday between Adam Pearce and Big Bronson Reed. Pearce says, I appreciate your time. Bronson interrupts and says, let me talk business. Bronson says, I'm sorry for my actions if they've crossed the line, but if it wasn't for Seth Rollins, I would have been the last monster standing. Pearce says, I'll talk to Seth. Reed says, don't take too long. Then we come back from the break and we see Adam Pearce speaking with Seth Rollins in the back. Seth asks when his match with Bronson will be. I'm apprehensive on booking this contest. Seth says, I'm on top of the food chain here. I need this fight. Seth says, think about it, and walks away as Adam Pearce looks like he's thinking about it. Next, we see the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. He says something special happened in this arena recently. Chance of we want Cody. Then he says, what do you want to talk about? Then we hear the music of the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Gunther says, usually I come out here and dress my opponent down a little bit, but there's not much negative to say about you. The business is in a boom period and it's built on your back. There's not many people I have respect for in this company, but full honesty, I respect you, Cody. Gunther then says, actually, if I think about it, there might be one thing. You just love to be everyone's darling, don't you? Cody says, I've seen when the ring general throws everything he has at somebody and they just keep on coming. And then you get uncomfortable. I saw it at WrestleMania. You just break. You have never ever been in the ring with me. Gunther then says, well, now you're speaking like a second-rate champion. Cody says, I defeated the most dominant champion in this company's history. Cody puts his hand out and Gunther shakes it and walks away. Next up, we have Kofi Kingston one-on-one with Braun Breaker. Kofi starts off hot with a drop kick and a splash in the corner, but then Braun hits a shoulder tackle. Braun runs at Kofi, but Kofi sidesteps him, Braun going shoulder first into the ring post. Kofi then hits a drop kick followed by a springboard crossbody, but only gets a 1 count. Kofi then hits a boom drop and sets up for the Trouble in Paradise, but misses. Braun hits a belly-to-belly overhead throw, and then he hits a spear. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker picks up the victory. After the match, Braun stands over Kofi and looks like he's going to attack him, but out comes Xavier Woods. As Woods checks on Kofi, Braun attacks Woods. And then out comes main event Jey Uso. Jey hits a super kick on Braun followed by a spear. Jey then helps Kofi up and then he turns around and hits Braun with another spear. Commercial break time. Then we see Rhea and Priest in the back, and Priest asks Rhea if she needs some help tonight. Rhea says, "No, I got this. It's Tiffy's time to stand on the apron and look cute and watch me destroy them." Rhea says, "It's time for you to get back what you were robbed of." Priest says, "That's fair." He says, "As long as you got beef with Judgment Day, I got beef with Judgment Day. If you need me, just let me know, but you are right. It's time for Damian Priest to become El Champion one more time." They hug and then Priest says, "Go handle these girls." Next we see Jey walking in the back heading into the locker room, and he opens up the door and there's Big Jimmy Uso. Jimmy says, "You got a second?" and Jey walks away. Also on Raw, Miz went one-on-one with R-Truth, but as soon as the match began, the final testament came out to distract the Miz, and R-Truth rolls up the Miz. 1, 2, 3. R-Truth picks up the victory. Then R-Truth hugs the Miz pushes him, R-Truth walks away. R-Truth fist bumps Cross. Then AOP grabs Truth, throws him in the ring, and the Miz gives R-Truth the skull crushing finale. Then we see Jimmy walking in the back and he runs into Jey. Jimmy says, "Just hear me out." Jey says, "No, get out of my face." Then it was time for the main event of the evening as Rhea Ripley teamed with Tiffany Stratton against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. The match starts with Liv slapping Rhea, then runs over to tag Raquel. Tiffy then tags herself in, slapping Rhea's back. Rhea and Tiffany are arguing on the outside and Raquel launches Liv to the outside, taking out both Rhea and Tiffany. We come back from break and Raquel hits a vertical suplex. Then Tiffy kicks Raquel into the corner, making the hot tag to Rhea. Liv tags herself in and Rhea clotheslines Liv. Rhea drop kicks Raquel, knocking her off the apron to the outside. Rhea then sets up for a riptide and she hits it. 1, 2, Raquel breaks it up. Rhea then throws Raquel to the outside and tags in Tiffany and goes after Raquel. Tiffany goes for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Liv moves out of the way. Rhea then goes for a riptide on the outside, but Nia Jax shows up out of nowhere, taking out both Raquel and Rhea. A DQ is called and Nia then checks on Tiffany, but Rhea tries to suplex Jax, but Liv hits a chop block with Jax falling on top of Rhea. Rhea then goes for a riptide, but Nia Jax shows up and takes out both Rhea and Raquel. A DQ is called as Nia checks on Tiffany, but Rhea then tries to suplex Nia, but Liv hits a chop block with Nia Jax falling on top of Rhea Ripley. Liv starts kicking Rhea and then Jax grabs Liv and gives her a headbutt, then gives her a Samoan drop followed by an Annihilator. Nia looks at Tiffany. It looks like Tiffany's gonna cash in the Money in the Bank, but Dirty Dom shows up, pulls Liv out of the ring and saving her as Monday Night Raw ends.